24-year-old Delisa Kelley lived in Dallas, Texas with her family. She had a 2-year-old son named Dunye, and in March of 2014 she was 2 months pregnant with her second child. Delisa's family last saw her alive on March 7th at approximately 4:30 p.m. when she left her grandmother's home in Oak Cliff to go to her best friend's wake. At 6:13 p.m., surveillance cameras at a convenience store on the corner of Overton Road and Sunnyvale Street showed Delisa exiting the store and walking to the passenger side of a blue 1986 Mercury Grand Marquis and getting inside. Approximately 33 minutes later, Delisa pocket dialed her sister Jasmine, who heard Delisa reportedly screaming for her life. Jasmine heard Delisa screaming, "Stop, stop," while somebody was hitting her and telling her to shut up. Jasmine immediately called their grandmother to tell her what she had heard, who then called 911. Delisa's grandmother described what Jasmine had told her to a dispatcher who reported the incident to the supervisor on staff that day, Dallas Sergeant Kevin Mansell. Mansell did not seem concerned about the situation at all, and in the recording of the phone call was heard laughing on the line and suggesting that she had gone missing before and had put herself in that situation. Sergeant Mansell requested location data from Delisa's cell phone provider, but at that time the provider reported that there was no location data. Sergeant Mansell decided not to send out police to begin a search for Delisa and instead faxed a formal request to her cell phone provider to continue searching for location data, but did nothing more that night. The next day, Delisa's sister and boyfriend contacted police again and reported that they could not contact her because her phone seemed to be turned off. At that time, a want to locate report was filed and police began to search for Delisa. Authorities canvassed the local Greyhound bus station and the funeral home Delisa was going to. They also obtained a subpoena for her phone records. On March 14th, after a week of investigating and searching, police found a body in an abandoned house on Presidio Avenue. The body was later identified as Delisa Kelley. An autopsy later determined that Delisa had been beaten and had died of strangulation. The investigation into her murder also sparked an investigation into how the Dallas police handled 911 calls. Sergeant Mansell was later reprimanded with a 1-day unpaid suspension for his handling of the call, and despite criticism of his handling of the 911 call and his involvement in the 2016 death of another man, Tony Timpa, who called police requesting help, Sergeant Mansell is still on the Dallas police force. Despite a thorough investigation and requests for any tips or assistance from the public, no suspects have been named or arrested in Delisa's murder. Dallas police have reportedly interviewed several people, including the driver of the Grand Marquis. As of today, no suspects have been publicly identified, and investigators are reportedly lacking the evidence they need to move forward. While her case is still considered active, there have been no further developments in it. Delisa's family was understandably devastated by the news of Delisa's murder and how police handled the investigation. Believing that a quicker response to Delisa's call for help and treating her as an endangered adult could have saved her, her family partnered with Justice Seekers Texas and created the Kelley Alert Foundation to push state legislators to create a new alert to help adults in danger, similar to the Amber Alert for children and Silver Alert for seniors. In 2019, their efforts led the state of Texas to create the Coordinated Law Enforcement Adult Rescue Alert Program, also known as CLEAR. A CLEAR alert helps law enforcement agencies find adults who are missing, kidnapped, or abducted and in immediate danger of injury or death, and also aims to help locate potential suspects. The program honors victims of violence who spurred the movement to create it, including Delisa Kelley.